Hey everyone, I'm Jenny Hart with the Jenny Hart team at Keller Williams, here today with Kyle Snyder at First American Title. Wow,
Happy
what
New
a
Year.
year 2020 was. Right. Happy New Year. Hopefully we're not continuing the 2020 drama into 2021, but where we would like to continue some of that drama is the housing market drama. Today, Kyle's going to go over prices, what's happened year over year, kind of month over month, prices in the Carbon Valley area, the Longmont area, and the Boulder County area. It's incredible. Kyle.
It has been incredible. It was a great year, and made some predictions for next year. We'll get to those too. But one of the biggest things that we've talked about for a long time, Jenny, is how buying a home is a great way to build wealth for your family.
Yeah.
As home prices go up, your equity goes up. If you were to sell that house and realize that equity, that's money in your pocket. And if you live in that house for over 2 years or 2 of the last 5 years, then you don't pay taxes on it. So there's no capital gains in there. So a lot of people aren't quite sure what you're going to be paying when you leave. But for the Carbon Valley folks out there, and that's a large portion of your database, we have a chart here that shows that in the last 7 years, the Carbon Valley average price increase is 49.1%. So now the average price is $438. And for the year, it was that was for December. For the year, it was $422. So that means if you bought a house it was 7 years ago, it would have probably been around 211 at an average price. And then you'd almost, make a lot more money.
I bought a home in No Name Creek in 2013 for $220, and I just sold it for nearly double its value this year. So people don't realize that while purchasing a home can be scary, and especially in this market where you might have to offer over asking price, you most likely will have to offer over asking price if you want the house. The way we've been appreciating, you're going to be caught up in the next year and then have a ton of equity in 5 years. You just need a smart agent to help you work those numbers. So
even in the Longmont area, those prices have increased 65% in the last 7 years. Last year alone, the average price in the Longmont area went up 8%, and it for the first time ever eclipsed an average of $500,000. So when people say what's an average price in your town, it's $506,296. That's significant.
We're over $500,000 in Longmont, you guys.
And that is still by far the most affordable place to live in all of Boulder County. Mm-hmm. Shocking. Yeah. The city of Boulder's average price last year went up 2.8% to $1.2 million, 1.283. Wow. It's ridiculous. That's why people are moving to Longmont. They're choosing Longmont over Boulder. And then when they have sticker shock in Longmont, they'll move to the Carbon Valley. I mean, it's only another 10 minutes east. Why not?
And that demand on housing with low inventory is going to continue to raise our prices. I mean, we all wondered what COVID would do. Is the market going to flatten? Is it going to tank? Are we going to shift to a buyer's market? Absolutely not. The Fed's cutting the interest rates, and from what I've heard, they're going to stay low. This is going to be a very advantageous market for everyone. Sellers are going to be able to cash out and take advantage of their equity. Buyers are going to be able to take advantage of the super low interest rates and immediately build equity from day one. In Longmont, I mean, I just had a home appraised there, and it looks like they're increasing at nearly 0.5% over the past few months, each month. So don't let the fear of having to compete scare you, because it's very beneficial in so many ways.
Like last year at this time, there were a lot of people starting to talk about, we're at a market top, there's a bubble, and there's going to be a correction. We hear that stuff a lot, and just because prices are high doesn't mean those things are happening. Right. So last year, our average price was $467,000. People are like, that's too high. Well, you just missed out on another 8% gain, which translates into about 40% or $40,000. You just missed out on that. Are you going to miss out on that again?
Right.
Obviously it's a great time to sell if you got changes that you want to make in your life or your lifestyle, but that's not a problem. Call Jenny. She'll sell your house.
Absolutely. And I'll help you find a new one. That $40,000. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of that right now. People are offering that and more over the asking price to get into the home. But you guys, if you think about the fact that if you can hang on to it for a year, which if you're buying a home, you're intending to hold on to it for a year, you're caught up, right, from your bidding war that you got into. But if you're planning on holding on to it for 5 years, 10 years, you're going to have a ton of equity and a huge down payment for your next dream home or retirement home or investment property, whatever that may be. So let's talk. Don't let this market freak you out, because it is a very interesting market and there's a lot going on with it.
It gives you options. It gives you a lot of options if you own your home. It gives you options and security if you want to buy a home. So don't delay in building wealth. Don't delay in enjoying your home and creating a space for your whole family. It's a good time to do that. It's always a good time to do that. And there's corrections in the world. They happen. They're not going to happen anytime soon. It's almost impossible. I keep getting asked that, and there's structural issues that do not exist that created the last one. Bankers always seem to have a way to screw things up. So they'll do it eventually, but it'll come back too. Everything goes up. I mean, when's there been a price decrease?
Right. You're right. And you mentioned building wealth, and I follow Dave Ramsey. I'm one of Dave Ramsey's endorsed local providers, and he's a very firm believer in building wealth through real estate and doing it the right way. There's right ways and wrong ways to do that. But I mean, I put my money where my mouth is. I personally invest in real estate. That's where most of my investment goes. It's not in the stock market. It's not in life insurance. Obviously, I have a few buckets that I dip from, but primarily I invest in real estate because I see the wealth that can be built, and so quickly. Same
here. Yeah. Yep. Real estate's been very good to me and my wife and my family. It's just, it's scary to do. I'm going to be honest with you. The first time we bought a investment property in 2011, and it is still the least expensive home bought in Longmont that year for $72,000. And the program we bought it with was 5% down for an investment property. That's $3,500. I was nervous. Never been happier to make as much money as we've made off of that property.
Right.
So I get it.
Right. Yeah. Well, you guys, I hope this was informative for you. And if there's stuff you want to hear us talk about in 2021, please reach out. We don't know if you guys love this, hate this, laugh at us. I don't know. We talk about what interests us and what we think will interest you guys. But if there's something you want to know, please ask, and we will be sure to address it for you. This is for you guys. We hope that you're having a good new year, and we hope that 2021 is certainly better than 2020 versus, health, financial, emotion, all of it, right? I prayed for a Hallmark miracle on New Year's Eve. It didn't happen, but so far the real estate market's looking fantastic. So that's a good sign.
Amen. Happy New Year, everybody. See you soon.
Take care. Bye-bye.